I'm talking about Lifestealer that they just banned out, so that goes out of the window. Never mind. It is a decent hero as well, like you said. Sven farms well under the tower. Same pretty much goes for Lifestealer. You wouldn't really be banning him out if you wanted Sven though. So even though there was the old school times, old school vacuum into Stormhammer, right?
It's possible, you know, just go for the Wombo.
You have Veno versus you. It's a lot of kiting early on.
Because they picked Ench already. Usually you would want to ban out Oracle against the Darkseer, purges off Surge and Ion Shell. That's one of the reasons why Viking, they need to pick up something that builds into Yule Scepter to have this ability to just completely remove it.
This is what we talked about. Who was it?
I believe someone had the same three heroes.
Same three heroes, and Packet was like, okay, on the left we see a team that really wants to win, and on the right we see a team that really wants to have some fun. And this is like, there's a lot of fun in this draft. Like you have the Darkseer combo with the Disruptor, with the Tiny already. The Wombo combo is there, but not every team is going to allow you to get that vacuum on 3-4 heroes into Disruptor ulti, especially when you have such aggressive lineup on the side of Viking GG that can be playing out of their comfort zone, like on your side of the map constantly.
So it's a lot of fun for what HellRaisers might want to try and do. It can cause a lot of chaos, but it's going to be harder to execute.
It is. It is not really easy to execute, especially with the vision that Venomancer and Clockwork provide. Like fighting at a choke points, good for scouting things at Roche. You have Enchantress taking over the creep, so the vision game is going to be pretty strong.
Did it happen? Did they ban out all the carries? Jug remains. I mean, you could go for Sven, I suppose, still. Will you get kited? No. It's not banned out, right? It's one of those, as long as time when it comes to Dotes, Jug versus Sven. On one side you have Jug, who plays a little bit faster, but on the other side you have Sven, who will outfarm you eventually, no matter what you do, unless you get that Battle Fury and go into the farming mode. But he has a built-in Battle Fury, and they go for the Sven. Yeah, I'm surprised they go for the Jug and they leave the Sven in the pool. This is...
somehow we have a good reading on this draft, you know. Just
it's almost like you've seen it before.
Talking before, maybe that's it, you know. Have photographic memory.
No, it's the Balkan.
Ah, yes.
It's the talent that just...
What would Carl
call it?
The what?
The Baltics.
Oh, that's it.
It's just a little bit up north.
Slightly different, you know?
Not a big deal, man.
The thing is, they don't have anything. I mean, they have hook shot, but that's really not what threatens Jug once he spins. And Jug is fine playing into like Venomancer, Clockwork. Also, HellRaisers heroes, you have Tiny and Darkseer, which is going to be providing good vision in the front line with the Blink Dagger, Surge, so there's always going to be good glimpse back. This is what I really like. You need to have good vision heroes when you have Disruptor.
You have a lot of attack speed. Enchantress is susceptible to dying to that Jug. Same goes for Venom. Like that's true. Jug is a decent pick for them overall.
Okay.
I'm just still concerned about the whole...
how they put it together.
How they put it together against the Sven. The laning stage, I have seen the same thing happening with Darkseer and Tiny trying to threaten that Sven, and then he just clubs them out of the lane, farms under the tower. He's going to be supported by an Enchantress. That lane will not be easy at all to pressure.
And remember, when we started talking about Sven, BSJ was like, oh, it's being played loads in America. We hadn't seen it at all. The further we got on this tournament, we've seen it more and more. He's currently 3 for 3, 100%
really
living
strong.
the dream.
Well,
Surprised that he's not picked more.
That's what BSJ was really confused about.
It's just not in the meta here in EU. People aren't playing it that much, and that's it. Like they haven't picked up the recent changes. They don't think he's been as buffed as he really is, and that's I think the bottom line.
Problem with Sven was that his ulti lasted 15 seconds less than it what lasts now. So you see him popping it. If you lose one hero who has a buyback, you're like, yeah, we're going to wait 10 more seconds. We're going to buy back, take the Roche. He can't fight us. Now it's a different kind of story where he takes the whole team fight and still has some seconds left to either take the Roche or go for a tower if you win a team fight.
Viking GG banning out the Batrider, something that they have picked up quite a few times on that mid lane, right? but they are playing this time around versus some heroes that it can be a little bit difficult to play against, even if they get it. Maybe they have something different in mind as well for their mid lane. But
I'm gonna throw something stupid in, but I would love to see something like a Dead Prophet. There's no real burst damage, builds a Yule Scepter. It's gonna give them much stronger team fight.
all right, no,
Not sure if they play it. I don't remember.
like
seeing
they just
it.
need, yeah, it's Boom, it's Viking. They go with their co-op. It's just one of those heroes that they like to play. I guess TA isn't an option as well for HellRaisers, but overall that Prophet is good. I like it. I like it more when I have saves to combo her, right? Like any Vengeful, Oracle, anything like that. You are playing versus a tiny, he can toss you back. There's Jug.
We're talking about Quap?
Yeah, nah, that Prophet.
Dead Prophet?
Quap I don't have any problems with. Quap I like here already. You have Tiny, right, to catch you, and Disruptor ulti. You can itemize a little bit against Glimpse, you will need...
I just wanted to have a hero that Juggernaut is afraid of, and he's also afraid of Queen of Pain because of the pure damage plus a pushback on that ulti. They go with Nature's Prophet once again. I don't like the Nature's Prophet as their last pick, I have to say. Like I would have loved to see something with more control. You have Tiny, and you have Disruptor Static Storm. That's going to be like your lockdown, especially for the Queen of Pain. I believe on Nature's Prophet, you just go straight into Orchid, and this game, Queen of Pain might need to adjust properly. Like, you know that he's going to go for that item, so you go straight into Yule Scepter, prepare yourself, great against the Static Storm, buy some time. I'm all with Viking. Like, I've seen the similar lineup coming up from them before, and this Sven, he just popped off.
So Lacoste, you're all with Viking. We got the EGB odds on the screen at the moment. They're very close now after that one, though. It started on a bit more favoured in front of HellRaisers. Even after the win for Viking, they at least showed us enough stuff to show them they can get the job done, maybe going into the second game. Lizard, you staying? Are you riding and dying on HR, or has this giraffe swayed you over to Viking?
And I see Furion on one side, Sven on the other. There's Arteezy baby raging in my head right now. I can't think straight, but I'll go with the Sven. You buy some Quelling Blade, you get out of the trees.
You get Aghanims.
You get Aghanims, you Superman your way out.
Superman your way out. You guys weren't too sold, though, on this HellRaisers from the start, right? The bit of the wackier style. You definitely didn't sound like you were a fan of Lacoste, especially on the Nature's Prophet. Have they got a timing they need to hit? There's a moment that HR need to find success? Because it did get close, at least in that first game.
Healing Ward is great against Venomancer to reset the fight. You know, if they don't kill the Healing Ward, it also opens up the Roche for them. So if Viking loses 2 heroes near the Roche pit or post 12-13 minute mark, they could easily go into Roche pit with 3 Ents, Orchid on this Nature's Prophet plus a Healing Ward. So that's something that Viking needs to care about. They need to have buybacks ready, especially on their Clockwork, who's a big threat in defending the Roche pit.
Kiting potential. You have the Furion that I mentioned before, you have the Darkseer with the Surge as well. Kite that Sven for as much as you can in these fights once he pops that God Strength. It's a different sort of a beast now. You can't man-fight that at all. You need to run. So if they manage to kite him out for a couple of those extra seconds, they can take a fight.
Well, this could be the final game. Lacoste, Lizard, thank you very much for all of your thoughts. We've got Lyrical and Trent back again. Hopefully Trent has been given an evolved Pikachu. Maybe Lyrical is still spinning in LSD madness, and he definitely is. And it is a Raichu. We did it. It happened.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You got a friend.
Finally. And all I had to do was give it a Thunderstone. Just bribery like I get my real friends.
Exactly. That's how it all works.
Yeah.
Kids at home, learn your lesson here. And also take LSD, apparently. That's the other thing.
What?
Man, I hope that doesn't get clipped out of context.
That would never happen.
But yeah, we've got a great start here. We've got ourselves some interesting heroes across the board. We were talking a bit about the Darkseer before. One thing that we might see in a moment here, depending upon how it goes, is the fact that everything's purgeable, and Ench is a bit of a butthead against him.
Yes, but what will you purge?
Oh,
Aha.
that's a good point. It's a good question, and well, you can't purge yourself, and gonna get hit with that Thunderstrike a couple of times. So already a decent start.
Yeah. Now if she finds the purge creep though, now we'll really be talking. That's the levels on levels, am I right?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Figure all this out. Yeah. So Ench versus Darkseer. The battle of purging Iron Shell and purging the Surge. Something that Funnick's going to constantly play around with. It gets dicier when you have someone like a Tiny, though. I mean, this is a hero that throws his own, moves into the mix when it comes to the stun and the toss. Maybe, Ench, a squishier hero, might get punished trying to be a bit too greedy.
Absolutely. That's something that they're going to need to watch for. And obviously, it doesn't feel like Shad is going to be under too much trouble as they're already just starting beating away at Funnick if they can at the beginning. And going to take over the range creep instead. Interesting. Stun comes out afterwards. Celery taking some damage. But they're going to be able to get a nice little bit of pressure back the other direction.
They're kind of using this to tank the wave. I mean, knows that the camps are obviously going to be blocked to the start anyway because they're not going to spawn. Plus, Chu's going to sit in one of those two.
That's nice. Other lanes that we can't talk about, there's going to be action up there, but it could also be a little bit of action up top where already Aramis is going to get hit with that Thunderstrike. Some pretty good damage out that way. 2 mangoes as well on the Disruptor, so he's going to be able to keep the pressure on. But Nyx versus Toby.
Toby ended the last game 6-2 and 19. So we're going to try and continue the Veno play and see if he can make a clean sweep in the series. Was kind of a weird Veno game. I said didn't have the best Veno game because it felt like he didn't really do Veno things you expect in terms of holding towers, but he did secure the late game team fights for sure with the Blink and the Agnums, where it's just that was part of what made that game feel like there was no comeback potential on top of the Scotty and the Shivas and whatnot. So got what needed to be got to win the game.
That's what the Veno life is, really, It's the what is it? Rolling Stone song, can't always get what you want. You find sometimes Veno gets you what you need. That's what they said, I think.
There you go. That's what it was all about, it turns out. Big Dota players, those Stones. I find once you're into your 60s, it's the perfect game.
Absolutely. Well, down bottom, Funnick gonna get the surge off afterwards, but the impetus, Celery.
Pretty far.
That's the kill.
At 1750 distance. That looked about right.
Jeez. It's so much damage. And that's one of the downsides, again, is even if you do get the surge off, you're going to take a big impetus shot afterwards, potentially. But we'll see. They should have an okay game, hopefully.
Gotta do the dance. How good is his rotations? Sometimes Tiny can be saved by the side lanes versus the Queen of Pain. Bit of a tough one. Throughout the game, usually kind of a good hero, especially in those earlier engagements. Queen of Pain, funnily enough, despite being a mobile hero, sometimes to support Tiny, you feel you can punish her if she doesn't realize where you're positioned when she blinks, right?
Yes.
She blinks in with level 1 or level 2 blink, you come around the corner gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Give her the big 1-2. So Chu will be looking for that.
And obviously able to get better positioning off with a surge on the Tiny as well to maybe catch up to where you wouldn't have been able to be previously against the Queen of Pain. So that's something else to watch for. Maposhka in some trouble up top. He's going to get battery assaulted down. Gale comes out. That's a dead hero. But Nyx looking to make a little bit of a cleanup kill afterwards. He takes down Aramis. And now Nyx just going to have to get hit by the cogs one time as he heads out afterwards. An Avalanche tossed down bottom now. Trying to find Celery. Seeing if they can get that kill. Surge up. Punch down. Need 2 more, but not going to happen. And instead, it's a turnaround and a Chu. He's going to go down. Okay.
Nice play there from Chad. Very involved carry. Look, he missed the range creep to get up there and secure himself a kill. That guy did the risk reward, decided it was worth it, and it paid off for him. And we had concerns that Ench might get bullied if she got a little bit too aggressive, but with the help of Sven, there you go. Not many position ones actually offer control. Sven being buffed, it is nice to have that back, because right now it's kind of just Void, right? And then now Sven's popular again, so now we got Sven. Wraith King, he's trying to be popular, but with all the Doom bans, we're not really seeing him anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even when it was, Doom getting picked up all the time, I still felt like Wraith King was just still losing games anyways.
It wasn't great. Everyone's this will be good, right? And I was I don't know, this is worth it, guys.
It's true.
Although, all you Herald players out there, he is the highest win rate, I believe, at the Herald bracket. So they actually can't handle, you know what it is? I think it's because the skeletons control themselves, and that's just a huge boon for that bracket down there. So
they unintentionally discover split pushing. That's what happens. I like that. That's great. All right, we're getting close to the 5-minute mark here. Double Ion Shellwave pushing in onto the Sven down bottom. You can see up top they're pressuring back Aramis, and it should be a pretty easy 2 runes up top for Viking.GG. And it looks like Celery is going to be able to come on in and snake one as well. So not bad. 3-for-1.
Using that move speed. So 3-1 and 3 bounty runes.
Boom. Making the rotation up top, trying to get a couple more hits. Aramis bringing it low, but the healing ward is out. It's not quite enough to keep alive Nyx. So a good rotation.
Down bottom at the same time, they're on the Shad too, and the Ion Shell damage is just enough.
Wow.
Big pop-off that they needed there. However, the Sated Tormentor is also out here with the Hadoukens, but Shu gonna get surged out.
Yeah, and that's the weird one. Celery used the enchant to try and slow him down and get enough damage out, but once that's used, very long cooldown now, 20 seconds at all levels. So you can't actually just sort of spam it out to try and slow. You have to wait for the surge.
The inability to refresh was, I kind of like that change too. I think it makes the hero a little bit more interesting, even if it is kind of a nerf. I mean, overall, she is better, I think, so.
Right.
Fine. She'll grab just another Sated Tormentor.
Nice, nice. Toby
That's good.
taking some punches. Kasani, DD rune rotation. Now popping the Wrath of Nature afterwards. They're trying to get aggro onto Celery down bottom. They do manage to throw the stun to interrupt. And now the chase down coming. Here comes the boom. Brings
That's
down
surge. Yeah, he lost a little bit of it as he was stuck in the push from the Sonic Wave, and now Solari is going for the big play, hoping that Funnick's going to stick around and try and jungle a little bit. Has an OBS. And he
does get sight of him.
Yeah, he comes up. So he's like, yeah, I kind of want some of this.
This is big.
Gonna find him there. All right, how much damage will this take? Hadouken and the slow. If Solari makes this play, this is gonna be sick. Now there's a surge.
Oh, we didn't get it in time. The enchant. Dang. That would have been clutch.
I don't know. He was pretty taggy at that point. I don't know if he would have got it.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Well,
But still, you zone him out of the jungle. So now Funnick has to go farm elsewhere.
just go to the other jungle. It's fine.
Now
Be
Slayer
okay.
will take your jungle though, so it's okay.
Good point. He's actually going double null tally on Funnick? What the hell?
Nulls, baby.
All right, I'm down. That's very interesting. Well, other lanes, Kasani's been left alone since Queen of Pain's been rotating around. She has been getting kills, though. Boom's been doing it.
You know, it's probably just that karate chop that he really wants.
Yeah.
You know? He wants to really buff the damage. That thing is one of the most satisfying right clicks in the whole game.
He, like, staples them to his knuckles, and it's like brass knuckles.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
good.
I like it.
I'm
Doesn't
looking
have
through
that.
Funnick's recent games. Man, he hasn't played Darkseer in a hot minute.
Well, let's see how it goes.
I sprout a new one.
Many heroes around this top side. Chu is waiting nearby to go for a tossback play potentially. So need to be very wary about the positioning on the side of Viking.GG. They do have a lot of plague wards nearby as well, though. So I don't know, this is not an easy gank to make happen. Or maybe it is.
Oh, Wrath of
Toss
Nature,
on to
though.
Aramis. Nyx, he's got that Omni Slash available. They rotate in.
Can we
Nature's
applaud
popping
that
as
toss,
well.
though? I mean, that was so nice.
Wait a
Uh-oh.
minute, big old Sonic Wave, holy moly. Lavochka getting dropped down very low, and now Celery shows up as well. Double kill, trying to kill him off. He's gonna be able to get the TP out. Not enough. Nobody
No
dies.
kill Sonic Wave.
Wow.
All right, sick toss though, right? Punishing
Yes.
the clockwork within his own cogs. Tosses the Veno in so they all get stuck.
Yeah, that
Very
was good.
nice.
That was a lot of damage out from the Queen of Pain, but no kills in the end. So, tough stuff there indeed.
So let's see this double null. What do we get from our double null? He's got 6 spell amp. All right, cool. He's got 1.20 added mana regen to 3.6 with no clarity running.
Okay. Mid lane,
That's
they're
kind of
going
okay.
after Chu a little bit. And gonna actually be able to bring him down. You know, I wonder if it's because, like, so often when you're playing Darkseer, you just end up with, like, just Greaves or something, you know, or, like, just a big pipe. You want those big items. And so he's trying to fill in his inventory with other stuff to make it worthwhile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not bad. He's Soul Ring that dead.
I'm surprised he's not going Soul Ring.
It was a bit of a classic Dexter item, but I feel like we almost never see that item now, to be fair.
Yeah. Let's get some mana regen out of the Knolls too, which is nice. 0.6. Oh, gun comes out. Does he have anything to get him out of there? No points in vacuum at the moment, and Chu is just dying to the cleave.
Chu just wanted that bounty rune.
And, well, everybody else getting out except for Chu. Onic able to escape.
We'll say that he saved his life.
Yeah. He's a helper.
All right, well, this game pretty much dead even, at least according to Dota Plus. It's actually 50-50. All right, finally, it ticked over a tiny bit for the Dire. But at this point in the game, how farm is my Sven? Pretty farm. That feels pretty good if I'm VP.Prodigy. What about my Nature's Prophet? You know, he's got 3 kills already for Kasani. That feels nice. He's going for the Orchid. How clutch is the Orchid this game? Forces the early Yules on the Queen. Pretty obnoxious for Veno sometimes. Maybe with the Orchid and the Static Storm, they can actually focus down Toby this game and stop him from getting his ulti off. That would be huge for them, because they were not able to do that at all last match.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what item build he's going to be going back for on the Veno here. You know, you've got already Bracer, just a bunch of little items to try and keep him alive. Also just holding on to a poor man shield, because why not? So that could be something to watch for. And he's gone for much more of the ward build this game, trying to hold on to towers, control area, and make any fight into them feel kind of bad. So we'll see how that goes.
Seems like a good call versus the Nature's Prophet, right? That's a lot of Kasani's attempt to snowball in this game. Will be based off of towers.
Yeah.
How good is Spin TP this game? It wound up okay, right? They got hook shot.
They got the Veno under control. He's dead. They didn't drop the wall for that one for Funnick.
Yeah, it's fine. And that Veno illusion going.
It's got an Iron Shell on it too.
Yeah. Strats are coming out.
So
that Orchid is not far away. It's really close. It's going to be way before this Yules.
Shad not quite able to get the Ancient stack there to the side, but it is still stacked up a couple times. We'll come back and clear through that later. He's just going to try and AFK farm now and get into that first big item.
Yeah, he's scary. Midas into Echo, and then, you know, work in your BKBs and your Aghanim Scepter. Don't think he's going to deviate much from the popular build at the moment. I think Kasani has to carry this game. Nice glimpse back. They had the ward on the high ground. It's a pretty old ward. That won't be the biggest loss 17 ward right now, but... Cleary? Oh, there we go. They already hit the center. I see. They went up there.
So yeah.
All right, there's the Orchid. So someone go mid. This Queen of Pain. Maposhka volunteers instantly. Says, I'm in down for this. Let me just get the Q on. She's dead. Wait, what level is this glimpse? 2? 3.
3. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think they got her.
No, because the Blink's 1300 range.
Vision? Pull back in. Static Storm. There it is. Orchid. They hook shot to try and interrupt, down super low, and is going to die. The Soul Burn. Nicely played.
Yeah, that must have been kind of close, I feel like. Right at the end. I think the Soul Burn and the right click had to, like, do it together right at the end there.
Right.
Oh, she might have had that blink, but yeah, really close on the glimpse.
Oh, good placement, and showing the strength of Disruptor against just that Queen of Pain, who obviously is a terror early on, but first gets glimpsed away from trying to take a fight, and then afterwards gets glimpsed to her death.
And the other problem with that will be when she even gets the Yule, she'll have to worry about like Yulesing herself right into a Static Storm after.
Yeah.
So it's not even total safety. If she dies again, you might see her just rush the BKB. I feel like that happens fairly frequently on Queen of Pains these days. And then that leads into our problem from the first series that I was casting, where you have a BKB into Jug, and then he just Omni Slashes you, and you feel like there's no item you can get to save yourself.
Right. There's don't blink. Blinkless Queen of Pain. Just hang on to it for when the Omni Slash comes out. It's the only option.
Let's go E-Blade.
I like that idea.
Yeah, there's something there, right?
Hook shot. Find Maposhka. Gonna glimpse him back in, but the Gale afterwards. And Maposhka will eventually go down.
He couldn't even deny the room.
That's unfortunate.
He tried. Oh, that's going to give a Invis over to a Queen of Pain as they pressure the mid lane. Probably no detection here either, so very safe push now.
They have that 1 point right now into wall, or rather a vacuum from Funnick. Not the best in the world, but at least that's to sort of set up a combo potentially.
Yes, with its refined cooldown of 60.0. Thank you, Valve. Always keeping up with even the old memes. Still checks out.
Still, you want to see it. Battle Fury for Jug. Still a ways away after going for those drums phase. But he is fairly farmed. On to catch back up as Funnick does have Surge available. Drops the wall onto Aramis, vacuum in onto 2. Static Storm down afterwards. They did get that Poison Nova off though. The Omni Slash gonna blow up Celery, and then they kill the Venos. Toby goes down as well.
Yeah, and if Boom doesn't come back in here for the Regoose, then they're gonna get away with this one. Hey, early Poison Nova isn't that scary. It really jacks up with the levels. And they're putting it in with the Catapult now. Invis Rune is still there from Boom, but they have the Sentry prepped here, so be careful not to get too crazy.
Glimpse pulls him back again. Obviously no Static Storm, but they do secure the tier 1 tower mid. Big pickup there as both teams have lost their tier 1 mids.
At this point now then, you need the Yules on the Queen of Pain. Again, it's not safety, but she has to go farm that because she's so close. Celery almost has the Glimmer Cape, which would be nice. Shad, considering the Blink first, how good is the Blink?
Boom. Boom. They got him in some trouble. Really wants it. Invis Rune though. Oh, what a save.
There is a Sentry down. Oh, she blinked anyway. Okay.
Damn. Dude.
Oh, wait, hold on. She's coming back.
They got vision of
Hold
her.
on.
Oh, no, Boom. Not like this. Oh, they're thinking about going.
Oh, wait, Potion could do it. He could glimpse her back.
Glimpse, maybe?
He doesn't want to.
They thought about it, though.
It would have given away their ward.
You get the Queen of Pain kill, though.
Well, then they all TP in, and the follow-up wasn't right there, and there's no Omni Slash, and what if she doesn't die? And then
Yeah.
I think I liked it.
Okay.
It might have been a bit too much. She does have her Yules now, so there you go.
So at these early goings, you were talking a lot about Sven and how he's having a great game. Is he the type of hero that you feel pretty comfortable with Viking GG going forward, or do you think that like all of these timings and the fact that Quap hasn't had the best start is going to sort of become a nail in the coffin for Viking?
I think it's okay because his BKB is like so good this game. They don't really have any way to control him through BKB on that Sven. As the hookshot comes through, nice initiation onto that Disruptor.
Ball already down. Boom finding Funnick. Sonic Wave hits onto a couple. Doesn't get the Darkseer, but the Avatos afterwards gets the kill on the Quap. So that's 2 already down. Sven trying to get in, but Shad, he's getting blocked by the trees. I've seen this before.
He got sprouted in trees. He was already surrounded by them and then double sprouted.
And shoot. Oh my goodness gracious. Almost managed to get the pick off there. But in the end, Pisani goes down for the Quap. It's kind of trade-ish even, but it's probably Toby dying is the bad part.
The most important thing, though, is that Shad did not die after going for this pretty risky blink first. I mean, I like it for the game. It's just kind of like if you don't get kills with it, you're really going to suffer, right?
Yeah. Well, and that signals to me he's probably not going Aghanims, right?
Probably not, no. Once that's picked up, I don't think you want to double dip in there until like way late.
So Sprout's going to become kind of an issue for a while, it feels like then.
Yeah, unless he plans on going back for a Battle Fury, that seems like a problem. So I'm going to guess he's not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I really thought the eggs was a pretty good idea based around that because it gives you this giant cast range on the Stormhammer, and there's a glimpse back.
Yep. They're going to be able to find the finish on to the Enchantress, so it's something to watch for. Obviously, later on, much later on, you know, around the third at Roche or something, there's a chance you could pick one up, but I don't know. Depending upon the rest of his team to help him, I guess. They got 4 staffs. They have a 4 staff.
And they have a 4 staff.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Double damage.
All right, well, nice job from HellRaisers. I thought this game was getting a little out of control here, and then suddenly they burst back of it. DD now pressuring the bottom tower. Nyx is going to be moving on to actual items post-Battle Fury, and they will sneak some bounty. Oh, a courier. No, that's his courier. I'm insane. Okay, never mind. Got a little overexcited there. Just wants to get his BKB.
has
All
fallen.
right, I just watch too many couriers die a day. I make assumptions when the Nature's Prophet starts TPing somewhere.
It's a dangerous world.
It really is for the sport couriers.
Going up high ground. Hello. Avalanche. Oh, Sonic Wave. Nyx getting beaten down. He does have a DD still with Omni Slash available and drums. Dual Scepter lift up. Do they have the control that they need? Funnick moving into position. Kasani TP's in also. Dangerous territory. Aramis finding the backlines on the Poshka. Kasani gets pushed back afterwards. Darkseer combo comes out with the Static Storm, but it's not looking like it's quite enough. They blow up one. Kasani gonna get
He walked on the wall.
actually. Oh my god, and they get out with the Nature's Prophet. Dude, who
Died to
forced
the
him?
Orchid, actually, before he got into the wall. A Soulburn got him.
So that was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the Veno forcing him in and got him killed, right?
I think?
Oh no.
Was he going to kill the Prophet?
Maybe.
Or... I think he tried to force that away from the right clicks because he knew the Soulburn damage was stacking up for something, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Got it.
Because he didn't actually hit the wall, so he didn't create the illusion, so it wasn't that anyway.
Okay.
But hook shot back. Or, well, glimpse back after the hook shot, but Boom's already in there.
And Chu trying to turn it back around. Aramis and Celery nearby. They're going to be able to find that Enchant slow beatdown blink away. Enchantress cleans up, and now eyes on to Chu, who still wants to chase him down. Has the blink dagger available in a second. They need a rocket flare.
Oh man, that was
Boom.
close.
Oh god, he's gonna blink the other direction. Chu over there, Nick's being pulled back in the other direction. Very awkward fight / runaway.
Remember, he never used Omni. So,
Still
and
ready.
Nature's Prophet, he doesn't have buyback. I was gonna say his BKB's back now because he actually just fought without it, but they'll glimpse back again, and that's gonna break up this fight.
Super bizarre game.
They need a lot to get done when they get this Sven BKB. He needs to really mop up one of these fights. I think so far, I will say I think Aramis's Clockwork has been pulling off some better setups than our previous match. I feel like he's having an easier time than Chu did, but he needs to keep it up because he doesn't have a Darkseer or something on his team. His offlaner is not an initiator. He's just a pure damage and defending hero.
Right.
So it's all on the Clockwork to set things up for this Sven, and we all know Sven really thrives off of that double stun initiation. I like the Darkseer or some some sort of a setup that makes it free for you.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
And being able to sort of corral them into position with the Veno, and then afterwards get that Clockwork hook shot is probably the way that they want to go. Fighting around choke points feels like a nice play for them. But then again,
Poshka's
you're also
making
fighting
the call here for the smoke. He wants them to push out the waves and then head in. He's worried about a Roche. They've been scanning the pit as well. It's 22 minutes. Now they want to retake this outpost because they had it before.
And they are seeing that Toby is nearby. Silence is there. Glimpse, not quite close enough. It was very close, actually.
Yep.
But didn't get there. So they will be able to get out with the Venomancer, retake that outpost, as you said. No tier 2 tower taken on the Radiant yet. But they might be trying to set up to secure this top one and then maybe
They
control
smoked
that
under a
outpost.
ward, though. They didn't kinetic field that high ground. They had a sentry down. I
Shad
really
hiding.
value position 5s that can do that. Because of it's so often that, especially in pro games, you'll see where there's a sentry that's actually covering a hill, but then it doesn't get rechecked. You get this false sense of security. So whenever you're playing these heroes that can scout high grounds, it's so good. Exactly like he's doing now. Now he's gonna regret the fact that he didn't do it there because he
Right.
feels like their smoke got found out. So now he's just spamming it oh yeah, okay, I screwed up.
Yeah. Well, and these things happen. It's going to be interesting to watch. I think that Roche fight that we're probably going to be seeing in a little bit here, if they even really want to go for it. I mean, it's kind of scary going into either of these teams, honestly, into the pit. But I kind of feel like Viking can set up more effectively in an area.
Yeah, it's really tough. At peak, this is huge. The BKB for the Queen of Pain. I am impressed that Boom managed to get this that fast because I think he was in desperate need to actually fight the Roche, and I thought that the HellRaisers were going to end up Actually, I kind of feel like Viking GG would force the Roche fight too early and then get punished with just the Sven BKB, so I'm glad that they didn't because I feel like that would have been pretty bad for them.
Yeah.
There's an issue of Nick still. As he's freely pushing the bottom lane.
So both of these cores having BKB on Viking.gg. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, Nyx getting some free pressure out on bottom, trying to finish off his Sanj and Yasha. And then on the other side, you've also got a Halberd that's been picked up on the.
That's the big hero.
They can get him. That's a big kill. On it goes
now he
down.
has the buyback. If they can all get out and then they roach with the buyback, that could be good.
Poshka, he just ulted nothing. And on the other side, they try and get the jump in, trying to bring down this Fen. Look at the damage. Needs a couple more hits here. The vacuum pulls back onto 2 kills off Chu. Now Shad need to run away. Nyx is still surged forward.
Iron Mist is going to tank it.
Yeah, and that's going to be just a quick and easy dead Clockwork, it looks like. Although
no one else can get back
maybe
for
not.
cogs.
Okay. He's gone.
Yeah. The clumsy net really helped. If Nyx didn't have that, he would have lived.
So, they buy back on Funnick. And
how did Queen die?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I guess she just got caught, yeah. The Orchid, I guess, maybe after Yules or something. Oh,
I think she straight up just got omnied and Wrath of Nature. She died within like a second and a bit, so didn't even have time to Yules or Illusion. She had a lot of options. Maybe we'll assume the Yules was on cooldown. Let's go with that, because we don't know that for sure.
Well, HellRaisers, they're in the pit right now, but Quap is here yet again. Clockwork gonna buy back. Ready to send in some illusions. Roche is down to half HP, though. It's really hard to just leave at this point. Actually, Nyx deciding to go for the Halberd instead of keeping the Sanj and Yasha.
Yeah, as soon as God King work. I like this right now. Very good versus the Sven. Obviously, very reliant on the BKB, so he wants to use it at the perfect moment. You can force him to cast it before he even jumps in fear of the Halberd. And he's still using Iron Talon? Is that really the best he got? There's an Imp Claw. Why does Ench have the Imp Claw? Am I crazy?
Oh, you can still cut trees with it. That's why.
That's a great reason to have an Iron Talon.
Jesus.
Good brain, Shad.
There we go.
I had to really... That's why I ask these questions. There's always a good answer.
I completely forgot about that. It's been so long since I've held an Iron Talon.
Yeah. Man, good call. Well, I still think you should have bought eggs, but that's all right. That's a good answer.
Fine.
Attaboy. Wow, good thing they dropped an Iron Talon. Augmented his entire build around it.
Yeah, that's one of the few times that you actually see that, where a sort of an item will so like fundamentally change your build based off of it dropping.
Looks like they lost a Philosopher's Stone somewhere, by the way. It's unknown.
Oh no, that's not great.
Radiant unknown, and the Dire aren't even using theirs. So I don't know. We got a pre-game deal or something that we're not going to rock the Philosopher's Stone this game.
I like that. Something is just sort of, it changes the way Dota's played so much. Like, no, we're not going to play with that item.
I thought we got rid of GPMs, but it's the respawn time item next.
Yeah.
Remember, like 6 life Lone Druid?
Oh god, it was awful. Or Venno that had like, was it like 100 seconds or something? 60? I don't remember what it was.
Techie's had a really stupidly long one too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this Philosopher's Stone, but I have no idea where it is.
No base or anything. Well, Nick runs back in, checks out the Roche. Says, how you doing? See you a little bit later on. And go back to
torture for poor Roche. He just hears these rocket flares firing outside. It's like he's in the middle of a war. They come in, they beat you up, they leave you for dead, but not quite dead, so you can just slowly regen up and come back again. They're screaming outside.
I think he's actually, this is just hell, This is his own personal hell.
Isn't that what he is? Isn't he like sentenced to some fate or something? I don't know. I feel like I've heard Slack say that before.
Yeah, he stole the cheese. Wasn't that what it was?
That sounds about right.
See, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, it feels like a pretty harsh punishment for stealing a piece of cheese. Doesn't seem fair.
Was it like a starving family situation or just some gluttony, though? That's the real question.
I mean, he's a Grievel. He's starving constantly, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
Unbelievable. Shopkeeper. Gotta show some mercy.
Yeah, they're not feeling very confident here on this initiation. They got Queen to the side. The hook shots lined up. They don't want to jump the jug first, but now they smoke. Toby innocently banana-mancering his way over there. There's a Yules on the jug. Trying to create chaos.
Starting the fight, but then the blink afterwards. Tossed over to the side. They're fighting on the cliff. That's danger territory. Meanwhile, the Omni Slash comes out, bouncing back and forth on top of Chad. It's not enough to get the kill. Now, buyback coming from the Enchantress. Everybody on Viking.gg grouped together.
Man,
Boom,
Shad's
Eagle,
out of here.
blink out.
He's not, he's coming back.
All right, he's going back in round 2, maybe. Blink away again. They get the glimpse to pull him back, but that's the BKB. Well played.
So Slary bought back, and then Funnick also died. Was that all just a 1-for-1?
It looks like it.
Wow.
Well, no, technically 2-for-1 because of the buyback. Because
Yes,
Clockwork
yeah,
died
yeah.
too.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I mean, I don't know. This still doesn't feel super great walking into the
Ooh,
pit
back
right
in
now.
on Solari.
If they can get him again, that would be really nice. But he does manage to get out of there. Shad,
I mean,
thinking
there's
about
no
coming back.
Sonic Wave. There's no God Strength, so I think he feels confident kind of poking up there right now, right?
There's also no Omni Slash, though. I don't know if anybody should feel confident. Just get out, everybody. Run away.
Man, how annoying that you lose an entire neutral slot just because of Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, that does not feel fun.
Like, he could be having an Orb of Destruction right now. You could have an Imp Claw. Even Pupil's Gift's pretty nice.
But that farm speed.
Right.
Sweet 15 attack speed and 2 armor. At least it gives attack speed. Got something going for you.
A little something.
What a stalled out game here. Not favoring the Radiant. The longer this stalls, because they're not getting any farm onto Shad, really. And then you have a Nature's Prophet who's just like gaining because he can be all over the map. This is the classic Nature's Prophet, right? Always feels good when the teams are just like footsying around Roche, because you're going to farm the entire time. They took that tower on the bottom lane very early. I'm guessing they were controlling both outposts, and indeed they were, because, you know, very unlikely that the Radiant are going to get that outpost back. So that was a hit to the old XP.
Yeah.
And they constantly have to be worried about the bottom lane, to the point where they're forced to flare it over and over, which means they can't necessarily flare this area of the map up top in the dire jungle to like keep an eye on where they're rotating to.
Yeah, it's sort of that big thing where you're like normally thinking, okay, well, we're comparing the Sven to the Nature's Prophet. Really, it's the Nature's Prophet to the Quap is the comparison, and he's up 7k gold. Those two mid laners working out a lot better for Kasani, but sometimes it does kind of feel like this hero just doesn't end up making the best use of his net worth, like you were talking about last game.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh. Got some dust in there. But yeah, Nyx right now, Scotty done. Do we have
Shad
any
has seen the
lifesteal?
light, though. He's working on it.
Yeah.
He wants that slot back. I wonder if he'll still keep it. He probably will, because, you know, what's the Prophet going to do? He'll wait until, you know, if he ever jumps someone that's not Kasani, he'll then just sprout him right after.
I mean, but there's so many other better items, aren't there? Like, even if he took the Fairy Fire, you know, maybe, boom.
Well,
Rules.
I mean, he can't move.
Chase, hook shot in afterwards. They already purged the Surge, and now chasing for more. The vacuum wall back only onto one. Not really what they wanted. Kasani now going to get pushed back by the Cogs as well. Already lost one. Now going to buy back on the Disruptor. Clockwork goes down as well. Boom. Forced to blink away. Benno trying to retreat. Shad, he popped his BKB, or rather his God Strength, but couldn't really get in on anybody.
Yeah, it felt like they just kind of got the good targets right away. Nice Sonic Wave from Boom. Pushed back the Disruptor, but then she just BKB'd and jumped forward as well, so forced that buyback. And they just lose Aramis again.
Yeah. He's trying to get towards his Aghanim Scepter also. But in the meantime, you know, with Darkseer back up again in a second, they're going to have Omni Slash available. I don't know if they still ever feel comfortable going into the pit. Like, I feel like it has to be like a complete 5-0 team wipe, and then they have like Healing Ward up afterwards or something.
Well, they need God Strength to even... Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the Radiant.
Yeah.
I think the Radiant can just start poking. I don't think there's a big concern at this point, because the Jug has the Scotty. They're feeding him tomes, trying to get Nyx to level 25 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're happy to be in here right now.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. They do have Venno nearby also. Could start building up the Plague Wars. It does feel like they're getting ready to fight this. Avalanche, but the Eul Scepter afterwards. Chu being slowed down. Roche very, very low. And it looks like Nyx is going to get it. The jump in coming from Aramis again, the Madman. Going to be pulled back in a moment, possibly. They have the wall down, creating that illusion. Aramis trying to run away. Cogs pushed back, but the glimpse will be there. And with that, again, sacrificial Clockwork.
Bit of a wasted wall, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Clock was probably dead anyway, but so that does open an opportunity for Shad maybe in the next team fight if they push too soon.
Mm.
You know what Sven really hates, guys? MKB. Not a Sven item.
No. No, it's not wonderful. And now pressure up to high ground. Got Boom gonna try and blink back and get to base. But they're already sieging and punching away at it. It's really hard to just sort of whittle down Nyx with that healing ward just back behind him. As it gets taken out. Okay, they go for it. Nicely done.
The seeds of fortune.
Smoke out afterwards. They want to try and take this fight, it looks like. They do have God's strength back up again.
Radiant are scanning.
They're forced to. They know they need some sort of a smoke play. They're just hoping that they're going to split up and try and farm something, push waves, and they got Phonic.
Yep.
Only Greaves. He should be dead. He has the Stormhammer Dispel, so he just throws it at the Yules.
Well done.
And Aramis says, you guys let me die twice in a row. I'm taking this bounty. Might have been more than twice. I'm trying to build an eggs here. Where's that Philosopher stuff?
Where was it?
Someone find it. Can
Dude,
I
that
take
sucks.
theirs?
That's such a big game-changing
Well,
loss.
I can't believe both teams don't have it in use. That's the hilarious part. Like, what's Disruptor holding? I mean, all right, he's got Telescope now, so I mean that's kind of fine. I'll agree with that.
Makes sense.
Someone needs a Telescope. I'm gonna find this thing.
I believe in you.
You just don't miss anything.
Although, that being said, it's almost better not to have found it at this point in the game, right?
Oh,
Like-
for your mental state?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely true.
All right, Aghanim Scepter finished for the Sven now.
Dire's courier
Moment
has
of
been
truth if you
killed.
decide to switch it out. I still like the idea of some of these big items,
Radiant
but
structures.
I think he actually just needs the Iron Talon. I'm with him on this one. As shitty as it
No.
feels, they gotta have it. Because he's just gonna Stormhammer, and then he's gonna get sprouted, and then what's he gonna do?
Yeah, that's fair. God, it just sucks. I'm gonna play Sven like that. Juggernaut, though, he's got the Titan Sliver and is gonna have that butterfly done now as well. As soon as the courier comes back out for him, I think.
How about some new items, since we've just hit 37 minutes?
Okay.
Oh, what if you got spider legs?
Oh, that's the item. That would actually
That's
be
the
super
items.
hype.
Feels a lot better than Iron Talon. I mean, he's already ditched it for the orb at this point, so he does believe in the Aghanims.
Okay.
I think I'd probably go a combo, though.
Oh wait, but they already got all their tier 3 items. So they didn't get the spider legs. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn it. Man, spider legs are tier 3. What an item.
it's great.
Anything tier 4 that can save us. There's not, right? Oh, the Flicker! Yes!
Oh, that would be really
thank
great.
God! We finally found a good use for Flicker. It just gets better and better.
Dude, what if you accidentally flicker and you end up in the sprout?
You're outside the sprout. You find your way in. You just start sprouting next to you.
Exactly.
The next level play. There is 1 minute left on this Aegis as they start hitting upon the tower.
Tower has fallen.
Okay.
Tier 3s mean nothing.
Structures.
We ignore them now, guys. Remember, do not throw your lives away for a tier 3. They're really good for glyphing, and that's about it.
Well, and now at this point in time, we're sort of just waiting out. As soon as that Aegis is gone, I mean, does it anything really change for Viking.dg? Do you think that they need to keep playing scared once the Aegis is gone, or can they fight again?
I think they should try and gank the Nature's Prophet at 40 minutes when he tries to take the outpost.
Okay.
And I think if you're HR, you should be looking to take that outpost at 40 minutes, and that's probably where our next fight's going to be.
Okay. Ooh.
They're already starting to... Everyone knows
Yeah.
that's what's coming.
Yeah. There's only one place that they can fight for this this outpost here, and Nyx walking up high ground. Yules again breaking the surge. He's 25, so gets the 475 health talent.
Has been killed.
Meanwhile, Kasani gets the courier kill. Aramis is going to get blown up. Boom, trying to find him afterwards. Vacuum used. And they just got to run. They can't take that fight.
Hurts.
Aegis will be reclaimed now.
Shu will champion the outpost.
So, 6,000 gold lead as HellRaisers taking a pretty nice lead here early on. into the second phase of the game. Game number 2. Don't you say it, Trent. Don't you say it, Trent.
I just said the words early on. How do I salvage this in 39 minutes? Chew goes in. Wants to get a toss it.
Is they're going to try and run down Chew a little bit and beat him up. So they managed to get a return kill. Now, looking for more. Ooh, Nyx.
1 second till Blink fuels. Boom's too scared. Does not want to go high ground. That's fair.
Nature's Prophet also got the teleportation cooldown.
Oh,
removed.
yes. Perfect.
That's real nice.
There's a bounty down bottom. Mr. Nature's Prophet, sir.
Dude, he's so farmed. Holy crap. Nullifier. He's got Prince's Knife. He's going for Satanic next. That's pretty horrifying.
Oh, hey. They've, oh, no, never mind.
Oh?
Wait, is that the Radiance? Anyway.
They got Flicker. Does Shad take it, though? He's got the
I
leveler.
don't think so. I think he knows that they need his damage.
Yeah.
That's the Radiance Philosopher's Stone, so they stole it. Right?
Oh.
Wait, no, never mind. The Dyer's is unknown. That is the Dyer's sitting in the fountain.
Okay.
Never mind.
Meanwhile, Glimpse pulls back one. Hook shot. Finding the Disruptor. Wall drop down right on top of him. But Makoshka taking a lot of damage. Going to die to the Sonic Wave. They find any more afterwards. Will Scepter lift up onto the Jug. Still very little control. And Panel was not wrong about this being a good Jug game. Just able to do everything that he wanted.
Yeah, he did a very good job of just abusing the spin TP. He wasn't scared of just like hook shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was still pretty far out there several times and just like willing to push the limits. It also helps that he has the backup of the Nature's Prophet, as well as like high mobility heroes like Tiny and the Surge to make it so that like you never really know if he's pushing completely alone. It's less likely that you want to just like hook shot onto him and hope that your reinforcements will get there in time before you die to him.
Right. That makes sense.
All right. Queen of Pain Scythe. This game is not out of reach. It feels like really difficult, but they have things like Scythe. They have a Sven. They need that giant moment. Oh, there's that Scythe.
Okay.
But he's too far back. Oh yeah, they have the Fear too. That's also so good.
Things maybe starting to come together as far as like an avenue to take this game forward, but it's definitely not easy. God, Nyx is so farmed right now that he just doesn't have he has his Yasha in his backpack. Like,
Yeah, he never went for the Manta. I like that. I think it made a lot of sense actually this game because the Queen of Pain got so beat mid that she couldn't even go Orchid, right? She had to go Yules right into BKB. Just because she was versus Nature's Prophet, so fair enough.
Now, it's sort of that awkward moment where if you're able to get like a good initiation off from Viking.gg, it feels like they can sort of take the fight, but I don't know. I feel like we just haven't seen Nyx ever be in a particularly bad position or ever be worried about going down in this game, you know? It's kind of just had it free.
That's pretty accurate.
He is the first one forward here. Toby will find him. Trying to bait the Omni Slash. That's not going to work.
I've seen that one before.
Maybe he'll go for me. All right, hook shot in, able to get the cogs, push back onto one. Sven jumps in, blows up Kasani. That's pretty big. Sonic Wave on the other side. Now chasing forward. They're going to get the long range jump onto Funnick. Look at him chase him down. Omni Slash is out. It's not going to be enough.
That brought him to
not
the
enough
Nyx.
damage. The fear is there, followed up by the stun. They're going to take down Nyx.
Oh, they're buying back, and Jug doesn't have buyback.
This is kind of insane. I don't know about this one. Yeah, Jug doesn't have buyback. You guys got to run. Funnick is dead again.
Oh, the diebacks. Oh, Chew.
Oh,
no.
what
you doing?
He is getting run down. Shad on top of him. That was the most value God strength ever. Like, he kept hitting till the end.
Oh, and he's like, oh, no, I don't have it for Roche.
Dude.
It's okay at this point, guys. I think you can handle it. Well. We found ourselves a Dota game.
Yeah. Sven did more damage than the entire Dire team in that fight. Like, the switch over of the odds, you can see it's, I don't know, there's going to be some interesting things going on here. So we're getting closer and closer to what could be a 2-0 if HellRaisers are not careful. I don't know.
All right, so what just happened? Nature's Prophet didn't cast anything, right? He just straight up died. I think he bought back and ultied, I think. Like, he just didn't get any right clicks off. He just got completely blown up. The chase on the Darkseer was a bit rough too. Maposhka now also dead.
I mean, I don't know.
This is the greatest Agnes of all time.
It's pretty insane.
The talent synergization between like the 1 second Stormhammer and the 5 second cooldown removal is brutal.
Dude, Disruptor doesn't have buyback. Everybody's coming back to life, but they just pop God Strength again. I don't know. This is looking scary. The other thing, I was looking at like how low level everybody is. Funix level 18. He's below everybody on the Radiant team right now. He just ate a tome. But still, like, you need those talents as Darkseer. Full set of racks done.
Well, he's got some nulls.
He does have some nulls.
You were right about the empty slots. It's all part of the plan.
Yeah. Going round 2, maybe? Thought about it on the Nyx, but decided not to.
Abyssal versus the Game Ender, the Shadow Blade. Ooh, that's a spicy pickup from Shad.
Wow. Yeah. Obviously, Echo Saber now building into it makes a really nice Silver Edge game, hypothetically. Anything that it breaks, really? Not really.
Well,
but...
if he got it on Nyx before the Omni.
Right. That's a good point. That could be really nice. All right. 46 minutes in, it feels like there's been a radical reshifting in terms of net worth. As you look at the graph, oh my god.
Does it flip fully? Oh yeah, there it is. There's that Dota Plus
flip.
fake friend again. Oh my god, you guys can't hit your spells? I love Radiant team.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Radiant. It's like 2 games in a row where it feels like HR are dictating the first 75% of both games.
Yeah.
And then just one good fight from Viking GG. And to me, that always just says our draft is better.
Yeah.
That's usually what it means. It means that if all we do is win one fight, you know, as they do catch Soleri. So, again, not over, but looking good.
And down bottom, in the meantime, here comes the Boom pushing out the wave. And they're going to have a double catapult wave here with people nearby. Okay, no, they're TPing back. But still, there's going to be a ton of damage onto this tower. Connie TP's back to deal with it. And Nyx, I mean, they don't have the
number 1
for this. The stun comes out, the fear, everything. Oh, but the force
hookshot number
keeps
2
him away, and there's the fear for the kill. The Omni Slash gets off. Unbelievable. I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep him alive. The healing ward was out. Nyx actually getting out of there. Oh my goodness, the stun down though, and it didn't dispel. Not sure about that one. Hex trying to turn a cheese out. Boom, jumps forward. It's all about saving Nyx. Can you keep him alive? Everybody else might die, as Funnick is eventually going to be pulled down as well. Still eyes on Maposhka. He's going to get killed off also. And they managed to get 3, all of them with no buyback.
Yeah, that was weird. I guess the Stormhammer must have been focused on the Darkseer, right?
Okay.
I assume that's what happened.
I thought it hit an AoE though. Or was that one of their Yules maybe? If it was the Quap's Yules, would that dispel it? I don't know. But regardless,
Dun.
it is going to be moving forward for the tier 4 towers. They did use Omni Slash. And I mean, there's no God Strength though. So this is looking like it's a pretty easy rundown for them potentially. They're also going to use the glyph. Tier 4 towers assaulted, 7 seconds until Disruptor. They find an opening here onto Nyx. Hookshot as well. Just trying to control, trying to burn that mana. The Ancient exposed, and Viking.GG are going to be able to take it. Ladies and gentlemen, impressive showing as my entire game just crashed.